When a soldier falls, the world continues on, unaffected by the immense sacrifice made. But for a brief moment, time stands still. In that quiet pause, a team of dedicated professionals steps forward, taking on a duty steeped in history and reverence. They are the Army Honor Guard, the final link between a grateful nation and the heroes who gave everything for it. Through their precise movements and unwavering dedication, they carry out the sacred traditions that give our fallen soldiers the respect they deserve. But what lies behind these traditions? Why do they matter so much, and what is their true meaning? The tradition of the Army Honor Guard began to take shape in the late 18th century, though it became more formalized during the Civil War. Military funerals were held with increasing reverence for fallen soldiers, and rituals such as flag folding, rifle volleys, and the playing of taps were incorporated to honor the dead. These ceremonies were rooted in earlier European and military customs, including the firing of rifle volleys to signal that the fallen had been properly cared for. The modern Army Honor Guard, specifically the Old Guard, was established in 1948 and stationed at Arlington National Cemetery. Their role was to uphold these sacred traditions, performing with the utmost precision and respect for the fallen. Over the decades, the Army Honor Guard has become synonymous with military funerals, maintaining a legacy of honoring those who sacrificed for the nation through exacting rituals that continue to convey gratitude and respect. An Honor Guard funeral is more than just a ritual, it's an embodiment of respect, an act of closure, and a profound tribute to those who served. Every detail, from the careful folding of the flag to the solemn playing of taps, is intentional. It's a language of honor, spoken without words, yet felt deeply by everyone who witnesses it. In this video, we will explore what makes these ceremonies so special, what the traditions symbolize, and why they are so important for the families of fallen soldiers, as well as the nation as a whole. Before we continue, please take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out and ensures you won't miss any of our future content. Thanks for your support. The Honor Guard. The best of the best. The Army Honor Guard is no ordinary team of soldiers. It is made up of a select group of highly trained professionals, chosen for their dedication, discipline, and attention to detail. These soldiers undergo extensive training to ensure they perform every movement with the utmost precision. Their training is not just physical, it is mental and emotional. Every action is carried out with a deep understanding of its significance and impact. For the Honor Guard, the smallest mistake is never acceptable. There is no room for error when you are tasked with representing an entire nation's gratitude and respect. Members of the Honor Guard are trained to perform with flawless technique, whether they are conducting a flag folding ceremony, presenting arms, or executing drill movements. They must master every aspect of military protocol, not only to execute their duties but to honor the fallen with the dignity they deserve. The training involves hours of practice, strict discipline, and an understanding that this is one of the highest honors a soldier can be given. The process of selection is rigorous, and only those with exceptional dedication and precision are chosen to serve. This honor isn't given lightly. Each soldier knows that they are not just representing their unit or their branch of service. They are representing the entire nation, standing in for every citizen who will never get the chance to personally thank the fallen for their service. The weight of that responsibility is always present, but it is something these soldiers carry with pride. The ceremony begins. A moment of silence and strength. The military funeral is a carefully orchestrated event, designed to provide the most respectful and dignified farewell possible to the fallen soldier. It begins the moment the fallen soldier's casket is brought to the ceremony site, often in a quiet and dignified procession. As the pallbearers carry the casket, draped in the American flag, their every movement is deliberate and precise. The rhythm of their steps, the careful handling of the casket, and the solemn silence that surrounds them all serve to highlight the significance of the moment. There is no rush. Every step is measured, and every action is a tribute to the sacrifice made. One of the first rituals in the ceremony is the flag folding. This is one of the most emotionally charged and meaningful parts of the entire service. The flag is folded 13 times in a specific and deliberate manner, each fold carrying its own meaning. As the flag is folded, it transforms into a tight triangle, and each of those folds represents a different aspect of the soldier's service: freedom, sacrifice, valor, and honor. The final fold, when the flag is perfectly shaped, leaves only the blue field of stars visible, a symbol of the soldier's service to the country. Once the flag is folded, it is presented to the soldier's next of kin. This moment is not just about handing over a piece of fabric, it's about acknowledging the fallen soldier's service, their sacrifice, and their commitment to the nation. The flag is a final tribute from the military and the country, saying, "Thank you. We will never forget." The meaning behind the rituals: every element of a military funeral is steeped in deep meaning and history. From the rifle volleys to the playing of taps, each ritual carries with it a rich tradition that has been passed down through generations. These elements are not arbitrary, they are carefully chosen to reflect the values and sacrifices that military service embodies. One of the most recognizable traditions is the firing party volley. Often confused with a 21-gun salute, the volley consists of 3 shots fired in unison. The origin of this custom dates back to times of war, when opposing sides would pause during battle to retrieve their dead. Firing 3 volleys signified that the fallen soldiers had been properly taken care of, and the battle could continue. Today, the 3 volleys are a final salute, a tribute to the fallen soldier's service and a demonstration of respect. Following the rifle volley, the haunting strains of taps fill the air. This simple bugle call has been part of military funerals since the Civil War. Originally used as a signal to end the day's activities, taps evolved over time into the mournful melody we recognize today. It is a final farewell to the fallen soldier, an acknowledgement of the end of their service and the beginning of their rest. The notes of taps resonate deeply, transcending words and communicating what cannot be said. Perhaps one of the most visually striking elements of a military funeral is the missing man formation. Whether executed with aircraft or represented by soldiers on the ground, the missing man formation serves as a powerful visual symbol of the fallen soldier's absence. A deliberate gap is left in the formation, signifying the soldier who is no longer with us. It is a moment that brings the reality of the loss into sharp focus, a reminder that the soldier is gone, but their memory will endure. Why these traditions matter: the Army Honor Guard funeral traditions are not just for the soldier being laid to rest, they are for the family, the community, and the nation. For the families of the fallen, these rituals provide a sense of closure. The precise, respectful manner in which the military handles their loved one's funeral offers a final chance for families to say goodbye, knowing that their loved one is being honored in the most meaningful way possible. It's a gesture of love and respect, an acknowledgement that their pain is shared by an entire nation. For the fellow service members present at the ceremony, it is a reaffirmation of the brotherhood and sisterhood that binds them together. The ceremony reinforces the understanding that soldiers never truly leave one another. The bond of service extends beyond death, and the rituals performed by the Honor Guard serve as a reminder of that unbreakable connection. For the nation, these ceremonies are a public display of respect and gratitude. They remind us of the true cost of freedom and the sacrifices made by those who serve in uniform. Military service is not easy, and the decision to lay down one's life for a cause greater than oneself is a profound act. These traditions serve as a national acknowledgement of that sacrifice and a promise that the fallen will not be forgotten. Military funerals also serve a critical function in helping future generations understand the meaning of service. In a time when the reality of war and sacrifice can feel distant, these ceremonies connect us to the past and remind us of the importance of honoring those who have come before. They ensure that the legacy of those who gave their lives for the country is passed down, creating a deeper appreciation for the freedoms we often take for granted. The legacy of the Army Honor Guard: the Army Honor Guard is not just performing a ceremony, they are upholding a tradition that spans generations. They are the stewards of a legacy, a link between the past and the future. In every movement they make, in every note of taps they play, and in every flag they fold, they ensure that the sacrifice of those who came before will never be forgotten. For those who have served, for the families who have lost, and for the nation that has benefited from their sacrifices, the Army Honor Guard's duties are a reminder of the deep respect and gratitude that we owe to our fallen heroes. The tradition of military funerals is one of the most powerful expressions of that respect, a reminder that the cost of freedom is high, but it is one we must never forget. As long as the Army Honor Guard stands, these rituals will endure. And through them, the legacy of the fallen will continue to live on, carried forward by the soldiers who take on the sacred duty of honoring them. Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts about the subject under discussion. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to Men of Valor 14 for more inspiring videos.